All right, guys, here we are. We have another unboxing. At this point in time, this is the last one I have. Hopefully in a week or so, the weather will get better. I would hope that there's at least one more coming in. I got my fingers crossed for that one. And that one, if I get it, I am beyond the moon over it. Beyond the moon. Okay, this one. So I've got you tied to my chest, as you can see. This bike here is another bike from the same company. As you can see it back here, ONEBOT. They didn't put any kind of advertising on what this one is. I do know what it is, I think. So what we're going to do is we'll take it out. We'll take some photos of it. We'll ride it. This bike is not a bike that I will be riding long term or beyond a test. Beyond a test, I don't know that I'll ride this bike. I will probably give this to one of the children in the family or smaller females in the family. It would be a great bike for aviation. If you have a plane and you need to get from point A to point B after you get off your private plane or something, this might be a great bike for that. It should come purely assembled already, 100%, I believe, except for putting the seat post on. And you'll see why this is not a bike for me. I'm right at 250, so yeah, this is another ONEBOT bike. Now, I did a review on a ONEBOT before. It did very, very well, actually, and this is another one. So the seat post on this one is much smaller in terms of its length. The other one had a real long seat post, and this one the seat is very soft, squishy. But let's see what we look like here. In doing all these bikes, you also come up with a lot of material that needs to go to the landfill or recycle. Most of mine, fortunately, can be recycled here in Oregon. But we do have a little assembly. These little fenders. All right, here's the bike. It's a cute little thing. We will hold it. Yeah, can you see a big old boy like me on that little thing? All right, so let's declutter it, and then we'll take a quick look at it. Headlight is covered with cellophane. Yeah, this is a tiny bike. It don't weigh anything. There we go. Everything's done. Pedals are on. I imagine, let's take a look real quick. I believe this is just the power supply, and we have the fenders to put on. 42 volt, 1.5 amp. All right, so it's pretty small power supply, guys. But I believe this bike only has like 5 point something amps, 5.5 amps or something. We'll go over the specs when we get a chance and I take some photos and stuff. We'll go over the specs and take a look at it. But let's get these fenders on. All right, guys, she's put together. Pretty simple, 2 little things. But the battery may be totally dead. We'll hit that button for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds. It doesn't turn on. I'm sure that's the horn. All right, let's charge it up and see what we got. Okay, so she comes on, but the battery is absolutely drained, so we got to charge it. Want to thank ONEBOT for sending it over. Even though you really know, I can't ride it, I'm too big. Even though it says this for 265 pounds, 250 looking at it. I'll ride it for a review, but this bike will probably go to someone a bit smaller than me. So watch the review, see if it's for you. If you own maybe an RV or an airplane, this will fit right in the airplane and fly to your destination, pull it out, and ride to where you're going. So let's just see how this all works out. Okay, guys, we'll take photos and take a ride, and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we are out on the ONEBOT S7. Now, this is not a typical ride for me. This is just the testing of this bike, and we'll go over some of the things on it and talk about its size and what it feels like for a person of my size to be on it. All right, let's go. All right, so first, the brakes are great, by the way. The brakes really work well, but I have to bring the seat up even more for me because the size of the bike is very small. So now I can still sit flat-footed. I'm stretched out flat-footed, but I'm flat-footed on the ground. And yeah, that's about right. All right, so weather-wise here in Oregon, I'm in between the rain showers. You can see the roads are moist, and what we have got going, what we've got going is we're rain for about 10 days. So this is, again, another short little ride. This is just to put at the clip of this bike. And I was really going to say this is not the right bike for me because it's small. Now that I have the seat at the right height, I'm in PAS 0, guys. I'm doing 12 miles an hour. So I've got nothing working in terms, it rides very nice. So no power to it. This is a bike you can ride like a regular bike. But I was going to give this not a bad review. I was going to say this is a nice bike for someone of very small stature, not someone that is, 5'10" and a half, 250 pounds. I was gonna dog it out for that. Not the right bike for me because it's 16-inch wheels. It's a tiny little bike. It don't weigh much. Very easy to lift, very easy to transport. And like I said, I was going to really kind of, it's cute. The frame is beautiful. It's built nice. This bike is, in comparison to the ONEBOT T6F, this bike is more money. I'm trying to adjust the camera a little bit here. This bike is more money, and really all the same stuff, I think, except for the frame is cute. The frame is really a pretty frame. And this also is a soft tail, so you have a little bit of bounce in the back seat there, as you can see. But, that's the horn. That's what the horn sounds like. So I'm going to give it a little bit of power just because I am slightly going uphill. But, yeah, this is whatever, 250 watts. 16-inch tires. I think the tires request 50 pounds in it. I think I got 45. It might be 60 and I got 55. I think that might be right. The bike itself, like I said, is cute. The everything on it seems, pretty well built. These are the same 5-star brakes that were on the TF6. I've seen them on other bikes. They work just fine. Out of the box, these brake really hard. But a cute bike. It's a cute bike. If I were to buy this bike, if I was a person looking to get my first bike and I weighed what I weigh, you do not buy this bike because it's tiny. It doesn't feel tiny when I'm on it right now, but it's a small bike. And I know if I'm out in public, I'm going to be getting looks like, what the heck are you doing on that little bike, fat boy? So from that standpoint, unless you're pretty hard shelled and you don't mind people looking at you like you're a clown, then the bike's okay. The bike is great for, like, my neighbors are all pilots. This is a great bike for a pilot. This is a great bike for someone on a boat or a catamaran. Great bike for them because it takes up no space. It's faster than walking. You can carry stuff, unlike maybe on a scooter, you'd have to figure ways to get things there or in a backpack. This one, you can put stuff on it and help you get stuff to and from. But it's cute. It's just small. All right, so now, like I said, I'm doing 11 miles an hour, and I don't even have PAS on. So now I'm in PAS 1. I was going to say it's probably going to slow me down, but it's not. In PAS 1 right now, it's interesting. I'm doing 16.2 miles an hour, 16.3. So, heck, this is faster than I thought. Oh no, these are kilometers. Let's move it to miles per hour and see what we have here. So now we're in miles per hour. So now we'll see how fast it really goes. When you're not pedaling here in PAS 1, you know, if I'm just pedaling, PAS 0, I'm sorry, and I'm just pedaling, I mean, I'm doing 8 miles an hour, and it feels good. It feels like a normal bike, and this feels like the pace of a normal bike. So now I'm going to go to PAS 1, and pace of a normal bike again. Now I'm doing about 9.5 miles an hour, and not pedaling hard. It's going to hit 10. There we go, right at 10. So at 10 miles an hour, it rides pretty nicely. Very little resistance, very little noise. Nice riding bike. Again, this is not a bike. I'm going to repeat it. Not a bike for a big person. This is a smaller person, smaller frame bike for someone smaller, but a great bike for travel. All right, now I'm in PAS 2. Let's see what it's going to do in PAS 2. PAS 2, not putting any energy into the pedals, just pedaling, 12.8. Now we're going to hit PAS 3, and because I haven't ridden in a while, it seems fast. So I'm doing 16.5 miles an hour in PAS 3, 16.6. Now I'm going to put some effort into the pedal, and with very little effort, but I'm putting it in, I'm doing an 18.5. All right, now I'm going to stop pedaling, and I'm going to give it gas, and we're just going to use the throttle now. And throttle, it's cold, guys. It's a very cold day. I'm doing 16.5 miles an hour. Now we're going to start going downhill a little bit, and it should pick up. So as I go downhill, it's at 17, and I think it's going to stay there. I think it's going to stay there. Yeah, it's going to stay there. But out of the box, man, this thing, I've let off on everything not pedaling. Out of the box, I'm going to brake here, 17.2 now. Brakes good. It brakes really good. Like I said, it's a very small bike, guys. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, I would not buy this bike if I were a big person like me. But I would say anyone 165 pounds or less, maybe under 5'8", it's a cute bike. My initial thoughts was, you know, I'll do this video and I'll basically probably get rid of it because I can't ride it. But now that I've rode it, my thought is, yeah, I don't think I'm going to get rid of it. Not for a while anyway. I'm going to ride it through the summer, and then we'll see. But right now, look how pretty it is, though, guys. It's a beautiful looking little bike. Components seem to be all entry level. There is no gear changing. 250 watt motor, very silent. The tires work really well. On this bike, my reflectors take the shape of the cutouts on the rim, and that looks nice. They're not just round like on some ONEBOT's other products. They put round ones in there. These look very nice with this bike. The bike is comfortable. I would say for me, I'm going to have to move this down just a little bit. The horn, I got to move it down a notch, and that's it. They put it together really nice. But what I don't understand is why this bike is, $700, and I think you can find on Amazon, they give you a discount there, while the T6F, which is a 20-inch fat tire bike, is less money. And maybe you're paying for that frame design winner because it's cute. It's really pretty. This bike, I'm telling you, in a 20-inch or a 22 or a 24-inch bike, if you're listening to me, ONEBOT, holy cow, put a 500 or a 750 watt motor on this bike and get it to go 28 miles an hour with that frame and put a 16 amp battery in it. Holy cow, you guys would have a winner amongst winners because it's a very cute bike. If you guys notice, here I gotta point you down. If you guys notice, there's a little wheel right here. That's so when you fold it up, you can roll it on that wheel and get where you're going, you know, pushing it to your car or whatever after you fold it up. Very nice. Very nice. It's very nice. It's very cute. The kickstand's a little bit on the low end side, but you know, it's holding up a 16-inch wheeled bike. But yeah, it rides nice. It rides better than I thought it was going to ride for a big guy like me. So we will get back on it. Oops. Again, I touched the horn, but I'll turn around here. And now I'm going to go up without pedaling. I'm going to go up this incline without pedaling because you just got to be able to see if it can make it. And because of the thinner tires, this bike is still climbing at 14.2 miles an hour. And you guys know 14.6 miles an hour. You guys know that this is not a simple climb for every bike. So I think I want to take it, even though it's cold, I want to take it to the viaduct or the uphill climb thing and see how that works. I'm doing 16.2, 16.3 guys, and we're still going slightly up the hill. So it's doing very well. Again, the biggest problem with this bike, I think, not for a big person, is the battery is only 5.2 amps. But 5.2 amps on 250 watts, I kind of did the numbers. It's 36 volt. This thing should get about an hour's worth of ride, which at 16 miles an hour, if it's only using all 250 watts and not more than that, that's it's still going to get you around 16 miles based on numbers alone. What we're going to do, we're going to go down that, and then we're going to go back up that. And we know what that is on normal bikes. It's a challenge. You know, all of them can do it. I haven't found one that can't do it. But especially pedaling, very little effort in pedaling. But what we want to do, we want to try it and see how it does. All right, so here's our next thing. We're going to go down here. We're going to pedal. All right, this is a steep slope. We'll see what this can do. I've got max power on throttle, not pedaling. I'm doing 18 right now, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, just over 24 miles an hour going down the hill. Yeah, if this bike did 24 normally, man, this would be a great little bike. So now we're going to turn around and we're going to go up this hill and see how it does. Now, remember, I'm bouncing this thing all up and down on that rear shock, and it feels really good. You can definitely feel it aiding you. All right, I'm doing 16 and a half. Now we're dropping as we start to approach the hill. Still doing 16. Just doing 13 getting up. Now we're at the hardest part of the hill for it. And she's doing 9, 8, 8.2, sorry. Did not go below 8.2 yet. And I think we're going to start picking up because we went through the hardest part, and we are. We're starting to pick up 8.5, 9. Now we're starting to pick up fast. So this bike can climb, you know, an overpass. It can climb an overpass. All right, so now we're going to go back home. I think I've got a picture that I can get off from the video in the 4K to get it a nice image for a thumbnail. Gosh, guys, it is cold. So if you want a bike and you don't want it to take up a lot of room and you're a smaller person, like I said, below 5'8", I would say, maybe 5'7", and you just don't, apartment living, this is a nice little bike for apartment living. Like I said, I planned on not saying you know, kind of why would they send me this bike and not send me a bigger version? But it's decent, guys. It's decent. Again, I got so many other bigger bikes I can ride that this probably isn't going to get a lot of riding unless like Francis comes and rides it or someone like that. But it's cute. It has its purpose, and it's a decent build quality. All right, guys, so this can easily fit 2 of these bikes in here. I would imagine if I set everything as tight as I could, maybe even 3 of them in here. But I just thought I'd show you how small they are, how well they fit in the back of a Jeep. Sorry about how dirty the Jeep is, but we are in rainy season. All right, I'll just show you how simple it is to take out too. Just like so. It's not hard. And then you can roll it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart, put it and set it right back up together. There we go, ready to go. And let's just do one more quick walk around it, close up, and kind of let you see what it looks like. All right, guys, that's the video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next episode.